going on, guys? Been a while. This is TB Yash. I'm going to be doing a gaming discussion, episode number 4. Today's topic, well, tonight, technically, it's 9/27. We're going to be talking about dumbass gamers of 2014. And yes, that is a harsh word right now, but Roderick G has a lot on his mind right now, so I'm going to go hop right into the action. So, Roderick, tell us what's going on.
Okay. Sad part is that the other day I ran across an article on YouTube. I ran across an article and a YouTube video about gamers. And apparently, if you thought games were getting easier, then you're right. Because, unfortunately, Mr. Epsiode Sawada, the president of Nintendo, released their findings of a focus test and said, and I quote, "They did a focus test and 90% of the testers could not complete the first level of Super Mario Bros. 1, the original Super Mario Bros. That came out in 1985. Today, 30 years later, they couldn't complete the first level of the game. Not just that, many died multiple times to the first Goomba. They couldn't understand that simple concepts like power-ups, and many were taking the coins as enemies and avoiding them. I'm sorry. This just speaks to a larger issue today, which is that, one, games are being dumbed down and made too easy for casual audiences. By doing that, we actually open ourselves up to dumbass tactics. Anytime it's creeped into Xbox Live. And I just have to say it. I have to finally just get off my box, come down, and say it seriously for you. If you don't want to play, like, decently on Xbox Live, just get off, please. Just call it in, spend your $50 on something else. Because what you're doing is you're ruining Xbox Live. Anytime that Xbox has to say, campers are going to be banned, they shouldn't have to tell you that. You shouldn't want to sit in a corner for 10 minutes and the only thing you do is watch while other people run by. That's stupid. I'm going to open it up before I say anything else, but what do y'all feel about that? Because I'm seeing it more and more. Just stupidity on a level that I've never seen before.
They were running from coins.
I think I will kind of agree with some of these games that have gotten sequels. Like I'll throw out a name here, like Ghost Recon. And I know a lot of my friends love the old Ghost Recons. They're very tactile, very kind of Mega Man's are FPS. Like kind of like what Arma is now. But when they brought up Fuses Soldier, it's like they kind of took that, like I said, the concept of Ghost Recon, and then just kind of Call of Duty it up, or I guess I'd say casualized it. They simplified things that to grab a more casual audience, and that's kind of the problem, I think, with some games. I go on Steam, and it's like, all these new games are coming out, and they look kind of almost the same. It's like, with all the Minecraft clones, Terraria clones, like they look, another game with zombies in it. It's kind of the same old, and it's a lot of the gameplay is really dumbed down to the hit level, to the lowest common denominator. But which I can understand why people can't even figure out a simple game like Mario Brothers. I mean, I played it when I was like 6, in 1987 or so, and I don't think I even died on the first level. I could be wrong, but it was easy to grasp after about 2 to 3 minutes of understanding jump, run, move. I mean, it was.
Yeah, that's part of the problem, too, is that we've really gotten to a point where people don't care about original ideas anymore. They just care about cloning. Like, Call of Duty's popular. Let's just copy Call of Duty. No, it doesn't work that way, okay? Call of Duty is popular for a reason. Now everything's got to be Call of Duty. My pet peeve on that one is Resident Evil. Resident Evil was survival horror. Up till Resident Evil 4, it was survival horror. Resident Evil 5 and 6 are not even considered by many Resident Evil fans as part of the series because it went from survival horror to run and gun. And that's not Resident Evil. It was totally different.
And you got the, I think that one of the original creators from Resident Evil, he's making the, it looks fantastic. It's the Evil Within. Which he said, he's gotten tired of how the series, already's kind of devolved into this modern zombie warfare kind of deal and, just another TPS, third-person shooter. And, I mean, if you watch any of the trailer stuff for, the Evil Within, it looks fantastic. Like, it just kind of brings back why you got into, survival horror. You're outgunned usually or, low on resources and you have to kind of think on your feet within.
Okay.
So,
but
there is some glimmer of hope in some of these games, but yeah, it's looking dim.
Another thing that I really want to talk to y'all about, and I really want to do this discussion, is because I'm seeing a lot of disturbing issues on Xbox Live as far as chat, as far as games in general, just cheap tactics. I don't care what you play. Madden has it all the way to Street Fighter, all the way to Call of Duty, all the way, whatever game you play. There are more and more people showing up with just absolutely cheap tactics. And it's just annoying to play them. It requires me to do way too much just micromanaging to even enjoy the game. I'm not enjoying it anymore. And here's my problem with it. If I'm not enjoying the game and I'm a hardcore fan like a Call of Duty fan or a Street Fighter fan, guess what? The casual people definitely aren't enjoying it. If they don't enjoy it, they don't buy the next game. If they don't buy the next game, people like Activision, THQ, hell, Capcom doesn't have enough money in the bank to even port Super Street Fighter 4 to the next-gen console on a PS4 or a Xbox One. That's sad. If Capcom goes under, just imagine the industry. We don't play in an industry that's stable. You're basically, by your actions, acting an ass online, you're basically killing my hobby. And that's what it is. It's just a hobby. People can walk away and go away, and these companies will fail. And then you won't have an Xbox Live. If there's nobody to publish a game on Xbox Live, Xbox dies. Microsoft loses money. Microsoft sells it off, and it doesn't exist anymore. So you're actually hurting my hobby, and I don't appreciate it. I really don't.
Hard word right there, Roger. I don't blame you right there.
He's saying it with his chest.
And I don't blame you. Just like on Grand Theft Auto, I've seen some people doing some cheap tactics on there too. I don't appreciate that either. Just like they put this thing called God mode on there. I said, how in the hell y'all doing that? It's like, I try to shoot the folks, but in the same time, they just standing there just not doing anything. When I try to shoot them, they're not going to do nothing. They won't die about it. I said, okay. I said, how y'all going to play now? It's like, how they get their reps up, how they get cheap money, anything. They'll do anything. But I'm like, you know what? Y'all nothing but some cheap asses. I said, I hope Microsoft do something like that. I hope Rockstar do something like that. What they did, but still, I see some levels up to 900. I said, how in the hell y'all doing that now? So, my thing is, I'm done. I'm not done with Grand Theft Auto because I like Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm just done with the folks. If I see some folks on there, I'm not going to be in the Xbox. I'm just done with it.
Exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about right there. A great AAA title for Microsoft just gets completely ruined by dumbass tactics. And now you got a person that, if they came out with another one, might not even get it. If he doesn't buy it, the company that produces it goes under. If the company produces it goes under, they can't make games for Xbox or Microsoft. Microsoft can't put out an Xbox without sales, can they? Hello? Same thing about that we talked about a little bit earlier with Dynasty Warriors. When you're that desperate to hack Dynasty Warriors, you need a role model. I ain't
that was seriously sad. It's a kill ratio of how many officers you've killed, and people feel the need to cheat on that for whatever reason. I'm like, it's a game of co-op. Why are you cheating to have 99999 kills? Can't comprehend the logic in that.
And I'm not even talking about illegitimate stuff like lag and stuff that really pisses you off. That can be handled. You can deal with a person with lag. Even though we complain about it, we can deal with that. It's the cheaters, the hackers, the stupid ass tactics that Call of Duty, for example. Camping is a problem. It just is. Okay, it's not a legitimate tactic. It's you sitting your dumb ass in a corner, just waiting for me to come by and shooting me in the back of the head. That makes me angry. And if that's too much of an abstract concept for you to get, imagine for a second you having the game of your life on Call of Duty. You just killed 5-6 people, and you're about to get your Reaper. And then all of a sudden, right before you get it, somebody pops from around the corner and pops you in the head, ending your kill streak and sending you all the way back to the spawn point. Just wrap your head around that for a minute. You know you'll never get that many kills again.
Let me go back to the Super Mario Brothers reference. I want to say this right here. I've been playing Super Mario since I was 4 years old. Mario is my all-time favorite character. I've been a Mario fan for the longest, and I'm not going to stop. I got even the new Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario 3D World, fantastic. But yeah, they got some hard levels on there, and I beat it. I mean, it was hard, and I liked it. I think they should be kept on doing it. But yeah, y'all want to make this game so easy, I don't even want to play it. So why y'all making such a big deal out of this game right here? I mean, Mario has been a franchise for what? How long? What, 30 years now? It's still going to keep going? If it does?
But, okay, let's go with that for a minute. Okay, here's my thing about it, because I have Mario 3D World as well. Okay, what I'm talking about is not in the later stages. It gets really difficult up to Mario 1 level. I believe it gets even harder than Mario 1 level. But then once it ramps up the difficulty and you die a couple of times, there is a raccoon suit that is invincible that you get to make it a little easier. Okay, wait a minute, hold up. In the old days, when you messed up, you went backwards. That's what you did. If you messed up enough times on some games, you went all the way back to the beginning. Now, it's basically handing you a little rope and leading you by the hand. Oh, you can't complete the level? Come on, and we'll help you get to the end. That's what I'm talking about. Cut it out, knock it the hell off. Get rid of it. If you can't complete the level, you don't deserve to beat the game. I'm sorry.
I would say I played a ROM hack of this Sonic 3 Complete. And the hacker had a really good idea. He had a mode called Casual Mode, and you still collect rings, but you don't die. Now, I could see if Mario or any basic platformer added that. You had a casual mode, but you can only go for so far. You can only play maybe. Let's say the world has 4 subsections. You can only maybe play the first half or 2. You can only play partial of it. But you get the core experience, but you don't worry about try-harding, if you will. But then there'd be, say, your normal or expert mode where, it fills both sides of the planet, I guess, is whatever you want to call it.
Get what you're saying. There were two ways. There were 2 ways that
to make 2 people happy
did it. Yeah. There were 2 ways old school games did this. Okay, what you just described. Number 1, they would have a casual mode where you could easily get through the game. Okay.
Yeah. You get a core understanding of the
game. Right. At the end of the game, once you thought you beat it, it went back and it basically called you a pussy and said you need to play this game on normal. Okay.
That would be Ghosts and Goblins. Like, yeah, you beat this game, and it's a start already. So.
Ghosts and Goblins is the grand champion of hard ass games. Okay, we're not going into Ghosts and Goblins, but it's basically a casual mode where you go through the game. And basically, at the end of you playing the little casual mode, it would go, okay, pussy, go back and play the regular game. And then you played it on regular, and you actually got an ending. The second way, that the new school way of doing it, is to have a casual mode, but they should put in some sort of asterisk or some sort of thing saying that it's casual. You know, just don't give them an ending and not have anything indicating the difficulty level. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the ROM hack I played, you basically played the last level, and you played, of most worlds you fought the boss pretty quickly, and then, you didn't lose the rings, you still collected them, but one-ups were pointless because, you're basically getting the core experience down and getting a feel for the level and such, but, you couldn't play the full experience, if you will, of even just Sonic 3, and that's what I thought was so cool about it, the little mode that the ROM had, it was like, wow, that's a good idea. I mean, it's like, I wish more games did that, especially if you're just wanting to play a couple of rounds of something and not take it too hard. Yeah, and then you get mad, yeah, because,
But here's my last thing about that. Do you think the game developers have been duplicitous in this, in pushing some of this hacking, some of this cheating, some of this stupid play that we see on Xbox Live? Do you think that they're culpable? Do they have a play in this?
But the thing that's, and you brought up a good point, and it's part of it's money, dude. Like, here's the problem. Like, I'll give you an example of a game like Call of Duty World at War. World at War is a really fun Call of Duty. It's pretty down to basics. The problem is in order to fix the game in the patches, in terms of fixing the hacking that goes on in that game, they would have to put out a patch, and they have to pay, pretty much Sony and Microsoft to upload that, and it pretty costly from what I heard. So it'd be kind of dumb for them. They don't see it as a money-making kind of deal when they had to put out a patch for a game that's no longer, selling, I guess you will. So it just comes down to the greenbacks, man, and if they're not making money, then what's the point of me putting out a patch to fix something that only, affects 2% of the population?
Hold on,
Let me give you an example.
Yo, wait, Roderick. As much as I want to let this go on, we're 18 minutes into, and I got to wrap it up, man. You all right? Y'all feel like you got a good amount done?
Wait a minute. Let me add one more thing to this.
Okay, last thing. Last thing, go.
Last thing. Anybody who cannot complete the first level of Super Mario Brothers, well, they absolutely suck. That's all I got to say. I'm done.
Okay. Yo. All right.
For me, let's end it.
All right. As always, comment, share, like the video, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out a lot more content. Thanks for watching, folks. Until next time.
Goodbye.